Broadcasting live from the Bloodfell Caves on the plain of Tarkir, this is Tap Tap Concede. Desert Bus is over and we're back. Do.
Hi.
Yeah, we didn't. There was a podcast.
Most of us.
There was a podcast trapped on that computer through all of Desert Bus that we put up last week.
Because we were using our computer. The computer that we used to record this podcast was at Desert Bus
broadcasting,
making Desert Bus happen.
Yeah, so we couldn't like upload from it so it was unfortunate. This is why that one, if you'll notice, the date in the corner of it said November 7th. So it went up 2 weeks. 2 weeks later. Anyway, we're back now, and
our sleep schedules are mostly okay.
Mostly, actually, the three of us especially have had a
rough.
You've
time.
had the worst of it.
It's
We've had a very difficult
good.
time adjusting to having. I'm not like. I don't feel tired. I've just been sleeping at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's really irritating. It's like, boy, it took me all of 3 days to screw up my sleep schedule, and it's taken me like a week and a half to get back to normal.
Sleep. I remember sleep.
Well, I've been getting lots of sleep. Between the hours of 2 a.m. and 11 a.m. is the problem.
But I also remember and enjoy Magic the Gathering. So let's do some stuff with Magic. We're going to be opening some things today.
Opening so much.
You shall see.
What is that? What is it?
Well, first we're going to do a Crack-a-Pack, so give it a roll. That was kind of a roll.
I'm so sorry.
That was a 6. 2, 4,
One time.
6. Well, actually, there's no 1, so it's actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is... Tempest.
Ooh,
interesting. I thought this was
got some good stuff in it.
It's like this jaunty,
maybe not that.
This jaunty ATOG doing a dance. This one have flavor text. The flying ship Weatherlight has left the light of Dominaria for the shadow plane of Wrath in an attempt to rescue Captain Sisse. There is no calm before the storm. There is only Tempest.
Captain Sisse? Did no one say that out loud?
Sisse, maybe?
Captain Sissy.
I feel like this set has some pretty good playables in it.
Yeah.
And some decent chase rares. So
is one of them Rootwater Diver?
No, not
Dang.
so much.
Well, we got Rootwater Diver.
That's our first card.
It's a Merfolk. Merfolk are cool.
Merfolk
They're
for one.
It's
very relevant.
It's a 1/1 for 1. And you can tap and sack it to return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. So
honestly, that could have a place in like some of those blue artifact commander decks. Like it's not good, but there's probably better ways to get an artifact back.
It is strictly better than Merfolk of the Pearl Trident, though.
Yes,
true.
Which is a vanilla 1/1 for 1, aka not worth your time.
Everything okay, James? Yeah. Oh, I didn't see it on screen. Sorry.
James is running the board today, and we just heard some upset mumbling. We're like,
oh, this thing.
Maze of Shadows.
Yeah.
Tap to add, it's a land. Tap to add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool.
Okay.
Or tap to untap target attacking creature with Shadow. That creature neither deals nor receives combat damage this turn. So it's Maze of Ith.
It's Maze of Ith that only works on shadow creatures.
Are shadow creatures that much of a problem? No.
Not enough to ever run that. Hey!
Phyrexian Cholk.
Good old Phyrexian Hulk. This is actually super way cooler art than the recent Phyrexian Hulk art.
Yep.
This is a 5/4 for 6.
End of sentence.
That's it.
That's it.
Hey, sometimes you just want a 5/4 for 6 if you're drafting.
I think you play that.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems decent. Actually, honestly, considering how old the set is, this is super good.
I guess this is the rare?
I don't know. It certainly seems like it.
Apocalypse. 2 red. Sorcery. Remove all permanents from the game. Discard your hand.
You want to blow up everything?
That's the rare. It's exile everything.
Just get it out.
That's really good. And like the second part.
Is it good?
No, yeah, I think it's really good because it's a board wipe.
Yeah.
But
now,
it's an everything wipe. And you can't recover from that.
All permanents.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess.
But everybody's equally effed.
I guess.
Maybe
like in Commander, you float all your mana.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have to discard your hand. But then you can bring your commander back.
Yeah.
Like this, like I'm not
wipe out everything, then cast your commander.
Yeah, and like I feel that when you play this, your hand is empty anyhow, so the discard your hand is like whatever. I like this card, but I like it in like weird constructed uses.
Maybe like suspend a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
sack a bunch of your permanents to Gargadon, so he's only got 1 counter left. Then do this, then you get a Gargadon next turn. I don't know.
I feel there's ways to exploit that.
You want to get
board wipes are always good.
You want to get Swole?
I want to get Swole.
Sweet. It's a 1/1. It's Muscle Sliver. It's a 1/1 for 1 and a green. All slivers get Swole.
Yeah, this guy's actually really good.
Swole in this term being
+1/+1.
Yeah.
Muscle Sliver is all good.
That one was reprinted it was color shifted in Time Spiral as Sinew Sliver. Mm-hmm. It was the same card but white.
Ooh, that seems good.
Yeah.
Flowstone Giant.
This guy is fugly.
2 red for a 3/3.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like
for a single red, Flowstone Giant gets +2/-2 until end of turn. So it can become a 5/1.
I mean, if he's not blocked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great, but that's when you use that. When they're like, no blocks, you're like, great.
Get ready for some straight cash.
Straight cash.
Well, it's not actually cash.
Dream Cash. 2 and a blue. Sorcery. Draw 3 cards. Then choose.
What's the downside?
Choose 2 cards from your hand and put both on either the top or bottom of your library.
That seems fantastic.
That actually seems really good.
Not even, yeah.
That's,
half decent card selection.
Hey, I'm quoted, but they spelled my name wrong.
Blech.
It says, the sanctity of poverty is an invention of the rich. Quoted to Stark, but with an
Stark.
E.
Yeah, your ancient ancestors, the Starcase.
The Starcase.
Ooh.
Honestly, this seems like a good card.
Speaking of Shadow, Solitaria Foot Soldier. He's a 1/1 with Shadow for 1.
Actually pretty decent in certain white weenie decks. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like a 1/1 that can't be blocked. Hey,
yeah.
classic.
Oh, Black Border, too. You want this guy?
No, I don't need him.
Okay.
Like, he's not actually good, but he's classic.
No, he's super good in draft. He's really good in draft.
He's real good.
He's a Gravedigger. We were actually just playing with him the other day in our stream. He's a 2/2 for 3 and a black.
Oh, why is that so expensive, Graham? That doesn't pass the vanilla test.
When Gravedigger comes into play, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
Holy crap, value!
That's great.
Value.
Yeah, James and I I'll tell you about this afterwards. Remind me that to tell you about the stream that we did where we were doing the foul play event. Pincer Beetles. It's a 3/1 with Shroud for 2 and a green.
That's not so bad. That actually doesn't seem too bad.
Huh.
I don't know. It's like got big teeth. It's hard to get rid of.
Weird. All right. Giant Strength. Red enchantment or a creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. It's kind of butt.
Meh.
All the red cards.
I think you could do worse.
The thing is, it's interesting because this is like clearly like an older revision of the color pie. Because when have you ever seen a red enchantment that buffs toughness nowadays? It's always 2/0. Yeah. Or like 2/1 or something, right?
What?
Endless Scream. X and a black. Enchanted creature. It's creature enchantment. Wait, what?
Oh, it's being errated.
I was going to say, this must involve like counters or something. Anyway, it's enchanted creature gets +X +0. How does this read now, James?
Dear, wait. Current, it is now Endless Scream enters the battlefield with X Scream counters on it. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 for each Scream counter on Endless Scream.
Scream counters.
Yeah, yep. Scream counters.
Love it.
You know what's interesting?
What?
All of these red cards are really asking us to commit to red, like triple red, double red, double red.
Yeah.
Everything else is quite flexible.
Yep.
Circle of Protection black.
Blue.
Cop black.
Nope.
More like cop out.
For those who don't
More
remember,
like fling.
For those who don't remember the Circles of Protection, there was a whole cycle. This one is 1 and a white for an enchantment. You can pay a colorless to prevent all damage to you from a black source.
But that sounds good. Why would I want to do that?
Terrible sideboard tech.
Yeah, it's just not that good.
Don't play that.
Shimmering Wings. Single blue creature enchantment. Enchanted creature gains flying, and you can pay a single blue to return it to its owner's hand.
So it's better.
Seems kind of okay.
It's strictly better than what's it called? Flight.
Flight.
Yeah.
Which is the same spell, but you can't bounce it.
Yeah. So they're
Or
like
jump, which is
But jump is so bad. It's 1 blue for an instant. Like jump him till end of turn.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, but like this seems good. Like, and then because you can pay this at instant speed, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so at least you can get the as long as it resolves and they kill the creature, you can bring the enchantment back to your hand. So it's not like the actual worst, but it's not amazing.
I mean, if you have a clogged up land battle, this could be cool.
Last one is Sky Shroud Troll. 2 green for a 3/3 with 1 and a green to regenerate. Sky Shroud Troll.
Real good, actually.
That seems fun.
Considering the other cards that we're seeing here.
All right, so what do you take?
Well, I don't even know.
I'm going to take the Dream Cash.
Straight cash. Honestly, that might be the pick. That or like
Hulk.
Gravedigger is also really good.
I feel like Gravedigger will be going around for a while. Like Gravedigger's
I don't
never a
think
high
so.
pick. I mean, maybe in this set it is.
It is value.
Who knows? We were. I tell you when Gravedigger was really good. James and I were streaming the. And feel free to jump in, James, if I'm forgetting something. We were streaming the Foul Play event, or as they called it, Foul Play: Poultrygeist Returns on Magic Online, which was for Thanksgiving, and it was sets that had a lot of birds. Sets that had a lot of bird creatures, avian creatures, and so it was it was a sealed deck with 7 packs.
Whoa!
And it was Odyssey, Legions, Scourge, Onslaught, 8th edition, Vintage Masters, and Khans of Tarkir.
Whoa!
So
there's not even that many birds in Khans.
No, but there is morphs, and there's a lot of morphs in Onslaught block. So it's like you get to play with new morphs and old morphs. And our thing was completely ignoring all the birds and building a green-black graveyard deck with zombies.
How did that work out?
It actually worked out pretty well.
How'd you do?
We went 2-1, but the last round
2-1.
The last round was close. And we had a lot of fun with there was I can't remember the name of the card. Do you remember it, James? The kill spell that it was destroy a creature. It was 5 mana instant, 4 and a black, destroy target creature, destroy target non-zombie creature, which is great anyway. Then bonus, you can also return a zombie in your graveyard to your hand.
What?
And
Thank you, Alex, for making the same noise at the same time I did.
Gravedigger is a zombie. So we were doing like
triple play.
Trade a card off, Gravedigger it back, trade off Gravedigger, kill something, get back Gravedigger, get back another card. Like we were doing all kinds of shenanigans.
Cruel Revival.
There it is. Yeah. And we were also doing stuff with I'm trying to remember the other nope, it's gone.
You're dead.
Oh yeah, Gem Palm Polluter.
Oh man,
which we opened 2 episodes back on TTC, I think.
Maybe.
Which is he's a 4/3 zombie for 6 mana, so he's not amazing, but you can cycle him for black, and when you cycle him to draw a card, you also deal damage to target player equal to the number of zombies on the battlefield.
So that makes it better than maybe just casting this if you already have a lot of zombies out.
We got a guy for 5 damage once because he had 2 zombies and we had 3 zombies.
That's a straight up zombie lava axe.
It was really good for 2 mana and draw a card. It was great. It was really, really good. Anyway, the Foul Play event was super goofy and fun, and it was a Phantom event. So if you find yourself on Magic Online with some Phantom points lying around and you want to try these kind of goofy events that Magic sometimes puts on Magic Online, I'd recommend them because I find it a good place to use those Phantom points because it's that or Cube, and I'm not that good at Cube, so I don't play it that much.
Yeah, and these are fun for everybody, regardless of your skill level, I believe. And also you get to play with some cards that you probably don't get a chance. When do you ever draft a 7-pack sealed deck using, like, what was it, like Odyssey, Tempest? No, we just opened Tempest.
Onslaught.
Odyssey and Onslaught. Like, that doesn't happen.
Onslaught, Legion, Scourge, Odyssey, 8th, Vintage Masters, and Khans.
Yeah, like you don't see that at your LGS.
No, it was really weird. And it's also, you feel sort of free in your play because there's no way that you can expect to know what tricks they could ever have. So you don't feel that you have to be like, okay, what could they have here? What sort of spell are they representing by their untapped mana? You're just sort of like,
YOLO.
Yeah, like in a vacuum, I feel like I should attack here, so I'm going to attack. We'll see what happens.
Strategy.
And then you're like, they cast what? What spell is that?
Well, then you can't be mad when you're like, I didn't see the line. You're like, oh, neat.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, give a creature +1/+2 with Storm? What?
What?
That is a card. Yeah, give a creature +1/+2 with Storm. I can't even begin to remember what it was called, but it blew us out.
Welp.
Also, what was the card that we had a real problem with because he gave it Vigilance? The aggressive Rogan.
Rogan?
Yeah.
Like Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
An aggressive Seth Rogen just coming at you.
It seemed more like a Joe Rogan kind of card. It was ROG.
All right, so I'm going to get you guys to eat some gross stuff right now.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, we got a letter.
That was fun. We did. We got this.
That was dropped.
Do we have a letter segment?
Apparently. We have one now.
Well, last time we opened up all those packs of cards, air quotes, from the from the Australians, and this was dropped off at our LGS, and it says
Yeah,
for Loading Ready Run from Calgary.
From the fine.
It's very nice to be recognized by the entire city of Calgary.
Yes, thank you, Yellow Jacket, for holding on to
also,
this for
thank
us.
you, Calgary.
Yeah, it's
One time, no whammies.
The guys
For
at
whatever's in here.
Thanks to Ed, Dan, and Nelson for
Being very patient.
being like, yes, we'll hold on to your thing for Loading Ready Run until we see them next.
Oh, there's a pack in here.
Is there a pack in here?
Yeah.
Before Power 9.
And there's a note. I'm trying to get it out. Preserving as much mystery as possible.
I don't know what pack that is.
I don't
It looks like conspiracy, maybe.
say. Here we are. Dear Loading Ready Run. Hi.
The
hello.
pack is poisoned.
Big fan of your podcast and sketch work. I was unable to donate much this year for Desert Bus. Please take this crack-a-pack and my most heartfelt admiration. Will, the only Spiral McCormick. Thank you, Will. And this is a pack of Eventide.
Ooh.
So that...
Do we rip this now?
I don't know.
No, because he said for crack-a-pack.
So I guess we should open that first. I guess we'll add this to the pile.
Yes, but leave the note on it.
Yeah.
So we can thank Will again.
I'll write on the pack. Well, thank you, Will. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, just leave the note on it for now.
Yeah. I'll
And we'll
write
add that to our crack-a-pack.
Hooray!
Darn, we should have checked that, but I was like, no, let's open it on air. It'll be cool.
It didn't feel like there was a whole pack in there. All right. So we've opened a pack and we've opened a letter.
But now let's open something else.
Now we have a special thing to open. So this.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is,
yes. Right.
Hang on. It's really big.
Hang
Just
on.
a second.
Oh, sir.
Oh, whoa.
Ah! Whoa.
If you're listening to this podcast, you're missing out.
That is the biggest thing you've ever had on this podcast.
So this is.
It's so big.
This is the Magic the Gathering Dual Decks Anthology, which doesn't come out until December 5th. But
That's 8 packs.
They-
Well, no, 8 decks.
yeah, but they sent it to us in advance so that we could take a look at it. It's what this is 4 of the older dual deck sets reissued in a cool sort of way. So it's got Elves versus Goblins, Divine versus Demonic, Jace versus Chandra, and Garrick versus Liliana. I don't know how well you can see all that stuff on the back, but we're gonna do, I guess, sort of a TTC unboxing and open this up. And so it's if you're familiar with Magic products, you'll be aware of the dual decks. The most recent one they announced was Elspeth versus Kiora. What did they have last year? It was Jace versus Vraska. They had another one, didn't they?
Jace
Since
gets
then?
into a lot of those decks, doesn't he?
Everybody loves Jace.
People like Jace, yeah. So it comes in this box. This is actually a really nice box.
Really substantial.
There we go.
If you hate someone, buy this for yourself and then use the box to put like some socks in.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a shiny box.
Oh.
Oh,
my.
Oh wow, here, put that on the edge of the whatever. So wow, I wasn't expecting that. So all the decks come in their own
actual like cases.
their own little cardboard boxes, and there's
They're
two.
not. No, they're not cardboard. Are
Yeah,
they?
they are. They're card, but they're foil.
They're foiled card
Foiled
boxes.
cards.
Yeah, so like they're and with 2 very shiny spin down
So
dice.
sparkly.
And I don't know how well this is coming across on the camera there. There we go. Yeah, check out all 720p of that. And it also comes with the decks also come with 35 tokens. It said so. I'm curious what kind of tokens.
But they're not regular cardboard boxes. They're flip top boxes.
Yeah,
Lord of the Pit.
Lord of the Pits is in the demonic deck.
Of course he is.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think there's some pretty spicy stuff in here.
Like the foil siege gang commander.
Oh, that's really cool,
with
actually.
in the goblin deck.
What?
Yep.
Well, this is really sweet. Oh, and these are all printed with the new border.
Oh, neat. Yeah, they totally are.
Oh, so they are.
Oh,
That
well,
is
that's
actually
neat.
kind of sweet.
How is there no tokens in the goblin deck?
It might be earlier in the stack, because mine was right under the rares.
Oh, that's weird.
So we have in the demonic pack, there's a demon. There are 3 Mirrodin appearing spirit.
Those are weird looking spirits.
Those are weird looking. There's a thrall token. There's 3 thrall tokens. So let's see. Lord of the Pit, Reaver Demon. There's tons of demons in this deck, as you would expect. Mm-hmm. Dagger Claw Imp. Lots of imps. Good
So
old Stinkweed Imp. Excuse me.
So this is not an ad for this. I have no idea what the MSRP of this thing is, but this is
I bet
super
James
cool.
could look it up.
I like that this demonic tutor is printed at uncommon.
Excuse me? There's a demonic tutor?
Yep. It's the alternate art with Liliana. of her getting her tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Have you not seen this one before? It's really
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah. That's the art they use for when Demonic Tutors in the Magic Online Cube.
Yep. Right next to Dark Banishing.
Oh, right. Garrick's deck has an elephant token and 3 3/3 beasts and 2 4/4 beasts and 4 1/1 bats. Wait a minute. Does Garrick's deck? Oh no, this is for Liliana's deck. Because her deck has Skeletal Vampire.
Yes.
They finally have bat tokens for Skeletal Vampire. I think they might have had bat tokens in the original Garrick versus Liliana deck. I honestly can't remember.
This is exciting.
This is actually really cool. Just watching us nerd out with new stuff.
Oh,
so one of the things we're going to try and do, we have absolutely zero ETA for this.
Even the little foil insert that holds the cards.
Those are foil too.
The cardboard insert that holds the cards all nicely.
Kathleen, you want some angels?
Some angels? Sure, Gib.
I will open. What is this?
Elves.
Elves.
All right, there's Lily back. I'm actually going to take this up to the camera so they can get a close up on it.
Ooh.
So
spicy. So something we're going to try and do, maybe like in late December, maybe January. We're hoping for sooner than later. Is we want to take all these decks and have a fight.
Have a scrap.
Yeah. So we'd do this as a stream probably.
Oh, here's the goblin tokens.
Oh, okay. And we'll do them in a bracket. Probably the Planeswalkers bracket v Tribes bracket. And fight with all the decks and see what comes out. Oh, Ancestral Vision.
see, the neat thing is all of these boxes have little flaps on them, so they stay closed. They're really nice.
Oh yeah, Willbender, because it's always Willbender.
It's always
Mana Wars, Muldrifters.
Oh man, there's so
This
many
Jace deck seems really good. Casual factor fiction.
No big.
Gush.
This one's pretty good too. We've got this foil ambush commander. Let's see.
Is that person riding a dinosaur?
Yep. Elvish Harbinger, Heedless one, 2 Imperious Perfects.
Okay.
Which is kind of a big deal. For
Just a little bit of a big
elves.
deal. What are you showing off there, Kathleen?
Well-wishers, werewolves.
No, I know they can't hear you. That's why I will translate.
There might be.
You have is that a Chroma? So she's leading the. So it's a Chroma v Lord of the Pit in the Divine versus Demonic set.
Yes.
Scrap.
Seems good. This is more involved than I thought the packaging would be. This is like super new.
So we got a Chandra here.
So I never actually saw the real Jace versus Chandra pack because I have the weird Japanese one.
Oh, right.
Where Chandra looks like an anime schoolgirl. It's very strange. Hey, 3/1 Elemental Shaman tokens. Demon Fire.
I like how they have all the proper tokens.
I really
for
appreciate that, actually.
Fireball.
Cone of Flame, Fire Blast, Fireball,
there's lots of-
Incinerate, Seal of Fire. Oh, right.
Magmajet.
There's the
the alt art Incinerate.
Alt Art Incinerate with Chandra casting Incinerate, and then the Jace deck has the Alt Art Counterspell with Jace countering it.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Wow.
Sweet.
This is
So there's gonna be some scraps.
yeah. Again, I don't know when we're gonna do that. I don't want to.
You don't want to write checks your schedule can't cash.
Well, the problem is that after Desert Bus we have so much stuff to catch up on before the end of our Kickstarter year.
Probably pitch
Oh, we
that
have
thing.
so many Kickstarter rewards to get out.
Womp womp.
We're working on it.
Yeah. So maybe
But this is
maybe mid late December.
Oh, I left my little filler packages in.
Oh yeah, I put them back in too. But oh well, whatever.
Alex, put them away.
So I don't know if you guys said, but it's out December 5th.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is MSRP for $99.99.
All right.
And the official hashtag is MTG Anthology.
There's an official hashtag. Of course there is.
Of course there is.
Of
Honestly,
course.
that's a pretty good deal if you're looking for some chase rares and foils.
If you actually, this would be a lot of fun for a okay. We got the Commander decks from last year, the 2013 Commander decks, like the 5 precons, and rather than split them up and take the chase stuff out and sort of like split them up amongst the crew, we've just left them all intact, so that if we want to play and maybe we don't have our decks with us or whatever, we can just be like, hey, let's just play with these, and then everything is sort of on a more even keel. Like these are all designed to, like these pairs are designed to be played against one another. I like this could be really fun for a play group actually, to sort of like go in on it and be like, we all own that. And
Yeah,
then
I mean, you get
just be like, hey, you want to have a fight? I'm going to play Garrick versus elves.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like 4 friends,
Doesn't seem fair
Yeah, if-
flavor wise.
$25 each, maybe.
Or if you had 8, everybody had everybody,
everybody
then,
be like,
then your share is $12.50.
I don't know, I mean, then you're sort of getting into like, well,
And I haven't actually seen inside the box yet, but I heard that the boxes are large enough for the decks to be sleeved.
they are actually, yeah. That's why there was all those spacers we were pulling out. You
Okay,
can-
yeah. So that's really nice.
oh, that is
Yeah,
sweet.
so
the
you
fact
can-
that they've designed these boxes with the idea that you can sleeve up the decks,
Yeah.
and still use the nice boxes.
It's
that are
really
made.
that was really smart because they could have easily overlooked that key thing.
And the shiny dice.
I like the spin downs. They have the spin downs have the planeswalker symbol
Wow, look
as
how
their
deeply that's
as
etched in
their
there.
20. Yeah, it is involved. So
So yeah, it's like translucent blue with sparkles. And what's the other one? Translucent gray with sparkles?
yeah, and that's gray on blue and that's blue on gray. It's all there's a whole color scheme going on here.
Dees.
Yeah.
Juice.
Because obviously these particular dual decks are all out of print, I would assume, because these aren't the 4 earliest, are they?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they are. Okay, so yeah, and they're at least several years old. I remember did the Garrick versus Liliana one come out around when we started playing, or was it just still available when we started
I
playing?
have no idea. Wait, James is on the internet.
James is on the internet.
James, what are you doing on the internet?
So Elves vs. Goblins was first. I don't know if this is actually in order, but it says Elves vs. Goblins, Jace versus Chandra, Divine versus Demonic, Garrick versus Liliana. And then there was also
Are there release dates?
not on this page. Elves was November 16th, 2007.
Oh wow,
Oh, wow.
that Siege Gang Commander is spicy.
Yeah,
so it was
it's
7 years ago. Right.
Jace versus Chandra was November 7th, 2008. So yeah, this is looking like the first 4.
Wow.
Divine versus Demonic,
2009?
April 2009.
Ding!
And finally, Garrick versus Liliana, April 2009. Nope, that's Divine versus Demonic again. This thing is messing with me.
That Goblins deck looks like fun.
It's quite good. Like most of these cards are.
October 30th, 2009 was Garrick versus Liliana. So
Oh yeah, so that came out
these-
like right around when we started playing. No,
that's a year
earlier.
before we started
A year
playing.
before. Anyway, point being,
Point being, if you want some of these decks, there are worse ways to get it. And yeah, I like the idea of leaving this together and like, as you would any other board game entertainment, invite some friends over, have a few battles,
or
Have a scrap.
eat some snacks, drink some pop.
completely disassemble them into a bunch of commander decks.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want with your cards.
with cards that are
Or
hard to find.
Shuffle them all together
Oh
and
god,
play DC 10 off of it.
You were a monster.
What's-
I am.
you're gonna have to explain DC 10 again.
Oh, I can't. I'm trying to remember. I always get DC 10 and Mass mixed up. I think DC 10 is like you have unlimited mana and you can play 1 card a turn, and you can activate abilities like once with unlimited mana. And you have 10 hit points
I feel like James is looking up the
or 10
rules.
life. It's a really goofy format. You basically like grab.
DC 10, sometimes referred to as Type 4, is a Magic the Gathering multiplayer variant that leads
Do you
to
have your mic
some-
on, James?
What? Yep. Leads to some wild situations.
No kidding.
To play, shuffle up a stack of cards and place it in the center of a table. Any number of players each draw a hand of 7, then roll a dice to determine who plays first. Play then moves clockwise around the table from the first player. That may seem like a pretty logical game of Magic, but then it gets crazy.
Yeah.
First, there are no lands. Instead, all players have access to an unlimited amount of mana in any color or combination of colors they choose, but that doesn't mean everyone can simply play each card in their hand. The game restricts players to playing only 1 spell per turn. DC 10 games are defined by big plays being trumpeted by even bigger plays, generally around table of Magic enthusiasts loudly cajoling one another and enjoying a format that can truly be described as whimsical.
It's really fun.
This
actually,
is not a rule set you're reading. This.
Yeah, no, it's
This is on wizards.com.
the way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The way
But yeah.
I've played it in the past is you reach into the dollar rares pile, grab a stack, and go.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It's actually sweet. You're just like, what is this? Yeah, do it.
Why have we never talked about this before? Oh man.
TC10s.
There are a lot of
fun.
interesting formats on this page. Actually.
All right, we're just gonna ram jam and
do some of these.
play it.
Actually, I'm curious. Can you guys a little bit of Magic trivia here? I've named to you the first 4 dual decks. Can you name the remaining?
Johnny versus
Bolus.
Bolus. Was that
Okay.
all right?
Johnny versus Bolus.
Tybalt versus
Soren versus Tybalt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Elspeth versus Kiora.
Yep.
Yeah. Jace versus Vraska.
Yep.
How many are we missing?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm saving my Trump. Whatever I'll say. Phyrexia versus the Coalition.
That was the 5th one.
yeah.
Released.
I remember that one coming out.
Speed versus Cunning.
Yep. That was actually the most.
That was the most recent one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So we've named 6.
Yep.
How many more are
I
there?
see 1, 2, 3, 4,
What? Wow.
5 that you haven't named.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna remember them all when I hear them. Especially since I'm pretty sure I have one.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I have Soren versus Tybalt here.
I have no idea, James. Can
right.
you give us a hint? Are we missing any other planeswalkers?
You are missing 2 other Planeswalker versus dual decks. Blah.
Is there one with Nissa?
No, sir.
Didn't think so.
There is another one. I'll give you a hint with somebody you've already named, who's maybe coming out later.
Is there one with Karn?
Nope.
There's another Garrick one, isn't there?
Nope.
No.
All right.
Yeah, we don't
There's
know.
Elspeth versus Tezzeret.
Yeah.
There is Knights versus Dragons.
Oh,
Right.
Yes.
Careful.
There is Venser versus Koth.
Koth. I meant Koth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not Karn. Koth.
Izzet versus Golgari.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I think finally the last one you guys were missing was Heroes versus Monsters.
Oh,
No, I was looking at the Izzet banner. I was looking at the Izzet banner up in our office, and I was like, "Looks familiar." And it's right next to the Golgari banner.
Wham, wham,
I'm a scrub.
blam.
I hope they do this with other old things that they've done, like
Yeah.
re-release old stuff.
Well, I mean, there's lots of cool things. You know, the one dream set that I feel like they probably wouldn't do is a gold bordered cube. Like tournament, not legal, but just like reprints of like everything that's in the Mitgo cube. You know,
I think
including power.
it's something that they've talked about. Like
They can't reprint power, can they?
No. But
Gold bordered means
gold
it's not
bordered means
tournament
that
legal.
so they could reprint it in theory. So you just play it with friends, and it would be super fun.
I recall a while ago, Aaron Forsyth was asking on Twitter for feedback, being like, "Hey, if Wizards did a printed cube, what form would you like to see that take? Like, not in a way that like just sort of data gathering, like not like hinting, but
It's like, is there a market for this?
yeah, like it's not that they haven't thought of the idea, I guess is what I'm saying, which
Yeah.
would be super cool.
Yeah, like I think they would have to gold border it and probably watermark the faces.
Yeah,
You know, because it would be the same as the was it the tournament decks where they reprint tournament winning lists with a non-magic back, and then there's like a gold signature on the front of the player who piloted the deck.
yeah, I remember those.
So yeah, like something like that where it's just
where
like,
they don't even have the proper magic card back.
yeah, it's like
It just
conspicuously
says
not
like it says
legal.
cube, like the
but,
the Hydra had like the cool different style magic back, right? Like do a back that's like cube,
Yeah.
right? And then you can.
I mean,
do
it
the
would be
whole
sleeved
thing.
anyhow, so who cares, right?
I mean,
With the back
I think that would be
Exactly.
a total gas because, like, you know, some people maybe don't have, you know, a lot of money to throw around to get like a really sweet powered cube, which is a lot of fun sometimes. Like, you can build ones that are, you know, have a lot of lower end cards that are, you know, play fine. But sometimes you want to make those crazy huge plays that Cube is sort of notorious or famous for.
I would buy that. I'd buy the heck out of that.
Yeah, it'd be sweet. It'd be such a sweet thing to just have around.
Yeah.
You know, because you're just like, go. And it would be presumably pre-balanced.
Oh yeah, it would be pre-balanced.
know.
And okay, here's the deal. The cube, instead of just being a stack of cards, because obviously they could like custom make a plastic insert, holds them in 15 card chunks. So you, instead of having to like shuffle and then like make your packs. You can just shuffle everything up at the end and then just put it back, and then you already have your packs ready to go.
Ooh.
It would save a lot of time.
It'd be tough to get it exact.
Especially if they're sleeved.
Something else that other people have talked about with
I think that would be convenient.
A cube from WotC would be you could release like 15 card packs down the road. Every 6 months, maybe every year, you could release a set of 15 cards designed for the cube with a list that says, if you would like to add these cards, take these 15 cards out.
That'd be so good.
So you can change up your cube like they do on MitGo, right? Because every once in a while they'll change up the cube on MitGo. So you just sell these supplemental packs that you say
either slam them in or just swap them.
Here's a booster pack of 15. Maybe here's a starter deck of like 60 because we're giving it a big change now. Like maybe
it feels so weird to be like, man, that's a great way that Wizards could have me give them money. But seriously, that would be a phenomenal idea for them from like a business perspective. I would love that. That'd be great.
It'd be pretty sweet.
You're if you're just joining us, you're tuning into the Wizards Free Marketing Advice podcast hosted by LoadingReadyRun.
I've got this great card you guys should print. It's like
no, see, card designs.
No,
you can't.
Don't
but
do it.
Products, I think that'd be super cool.
All right. Anyhow.
I don't know what else to talk about this week.
I think we're both done this week.
Yeah, I got to get back into catching up on all the Magic news after Desert Bus, but there hasn't been any. We're sort of in a weird little slump right now. There hasn't been any other Fate Reforged spoilers.
Aww.
Things are pretty quiet. Commander's out now, so there's nothing else really going on.
I'm a little sad though that Khans of Tarkir is imminently the rotation's closer now than we're closer to rotation than we are to the set coming in.
We got January. We got end of January. Fate Reforged comes out, so we got another 2 months.
But I
gotta get online. Gotta get online and draft.
Cons is a great format.
I gotta draft
if for some reason you haven't drafted Cons yet, I do recommend you go out there and do it. It's a really, really good draft format.
Yeah,
I think Marshall said it was one of the greats.
I think it's awesome. So thanks Wizards for sending us this. That's super awesome. And watch our Twitter at LRRMTG. Or at LoadingReadyRun for information on when we will hopefully do that. But until then, thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week. Kathleen's going to make finger guns on the way out.
Well, once again, if you're listening to this podcast, you are missing out.
Bye, everybody.